After years of uncertainty, DC fans finally saw a ray of hope when James Gunn was announced head of DC Studios back to November 2022. He was tasked to kick off a new DC cinematic universe for the next decade, the DCU, which adopted the already released TV series Peacemaker and the 2024 series Creature Commandos. Nonetheless, the actual cinema debut of the universe would be in hands of a new Superman film starring David Corenswet, which was released this year, and to no one's surprise, it became an instant social media phenomenon and the blockbuster, grossing over $600 million during its theatrical run. But what's next? See, it is not that easy being in charge of the success of a whole cinematic universe for such a big franchise as DC, and much less when it already had a failed and canceled universe last decade. But James seems to have a non-failing and well-thought outline for the universe. Opening strong, we have the Superman film released this year. As the opening film and first glimpse of the DCU, this installment was crucial to determine the paradigm of said universe in the future. If it failed, the chances of having a whole new universe would be less possible for DC fans. But against any bad forecast, the film met critical acclaim and box office success. But it achieved something that, in my opinion, is more important and hard for a movie to get: cultural impact. And don't get me wrong, the Superman character is an icon in pop culture, but general public seem to have been disconnected from it, forgetting what Superman actually meant. But this movie helped to remind everyone that Superman was more alive than ever, becoming what I like to call the hope phenomenon, where thousands of people came out of the theater full of hope, wanting to be a better person than before. Now, for the next year, 2026, we will have tons of projects regarding to the DCU. First, the new Supergirl film releasing June 26th, which will be the first time since 1984 that this character will have a solo film running on theaters, something unimaginable for the fans some years ago. The movie follows Kara Zor-El, or Supergirl, traveling across the galaxy with Krypto during her 23rd birthday as she encounters a tragedy that leads her on a murderous quest for revenge. It will feature Lobo, played by Jason Momoa, and a possible appearance of David Corenswet reprising his role of Superman. The trailer is already out. Go and see it. The following movie is one of the most anticipated of this universe, as it would probably give us the first glimpse of this universe's Batman. We are talking about Clayface. The movie is releasing on September 11th next year, and it is described as horror body film starring Tom Rice. It follows the story of an actor whose face is disfigured by a gangster. As a last resort, he turns to a scientist who transforms his body in clay. We have some pictures leaked due to outdoor shootings. Lanterns is set to release mid-summer next year, starring Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan and Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart. It follows both Jordan and Hal investigating a murder in Nebraska, which leads them to darker mysteries and reckonings. HBO already released a teaser of the series after months of a wait. In 2027, as unbelievable as it sounds, we will have another Superman movie, Man of Tomorrow, where David Corenswet and Nicholas Hoult will come back as Superman and Lex Luthor respectively. Both will join to beat a galactic threat, Brainiac, which was announced to be played by Lars Eidinger. We have no further information about it more than we will see Luthor's iconic green armor. The motion picture is releasing July 9th, 2027. From now on, there's little to none information regarding to the next installments, but there are some glimpses of what we could possibly have. The Authority film, following the superhero team of the same name composed by Jenny Sparks, Apollo, Midnighter, The Engineer, Jack Hawksmoor, Swift, and The Doctor. Even though there's no further information about it, some leaks suggest that the script is going through reworks, but apparently the movie is still going. Now, the most anticipated DCU film, The Brave and the Bold, directed by Andy Muschietti, director of the It movies and series. The film will follow the storyline of Batman and Damian's Robin, described by James Gunn as a strange father and son story. Will be based on the 2009 to 2013 comic run of the character. However, the movie has no release date announced as of today. If you want, I can make a whole video explaining everything regarding to this film. Like and comment to know you agree. The Swamp Thing will be a gothic horror film exploring the dark origins of Swamp Thing. There's not release dates nor casting announced, but this one of the movies announced by Gunn as parts of the DCU. However, James Mangold was announced to direct and write the script of the film. According to sources, this will be DCU's most dark film yet. There is also an untitled Wonder Woman film in production. As of today, there is no information whatsoever other than Ana Noguera being the one writing the script. Some of DCU future films in early development are a untitled Teen Titans film being written by Ana Noguera. It was a DCU prioritized film until Ana started working on Wonder Woman. There is as well a Bane vs. Deathstroke film being developed with Matthew Orton writing the screenplay. And the last films we have knowledge of are a Dick Grayson and Jason Todd joint film called Dynamic Duo, written by Matthew Aldrich, and a STG Rock film focusing on the World War II hero. There's still a lot more to discuss with series, but that's topic of another video. Subscribe and share the video so you can help me grow. Bye!